dash cam.
Ooh, because Brian is balling.
No.
So he don't care how much it is. Because he don't care what the price is, right?
Living in Texas, got 3 daughters. White people rich, white people rich. Buy an Xbox One the day it comes out. Woo! White people rich, white people rich. Throw your hands up if you have an accountant. White people rich, white people rich. If you have life insurance and you're hooked on the premium. White people rich, white people rich. White people rich.
It is Rachel Community Podcast. Yeah.
It sounded like you were trying to do the Mario thing. The dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun,
did it?
dun, 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 dun.
I didn't even try. I was thinking, okay, what can I do that I have not done already? Because it's like I've done possibly anything that comes to mind. I was like, okay, try and do like a Muppets thing or something.
That's what I thought too for a split second. I thought you were going to introduce us like the Muppet Show.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I was go.
Did you? Okay, I gotta say, this is ridiculous, but did you hear about this crazy controversy?
Oh my
about
god, it's the dumbest thing ever.
It's like, okay, has the Muppet Show like come back? Like I was not aware of this.
Oh no, yeah, you didn't hear? They literally have a new like show that's kind of like The Office, where they have the pseudo it's being filmed and they know it's being filmed but not really kind of thing. And it's like more of an got like more of an adult bent too, so they're like making.
Okay, see, I was not aware of this. So when people started talking about the Muppets and it was a big deal, I'm like, the fuck are they talking? Wait, is the Muppets back or something? And
Yeah, you were just like, why did Miss Piggy and Kermit break up? What the fuck is this shit?
like,
My childhood is ruined!
Well, no, I was like, why are people making a big deal out of this? The Muppets have been over for like years, and the only thing has been a movie. So for like quite a while, I have not been aware that there's been a freaking TV show.
No, yeah, there's a new show on ABC. I don't know if it's started yet, but
It's starting in the fall, I believe, so it hasn't started yet.
There's a new show on ABC.
And so people are bitching about like, so not only do you break up with Miss Peggy, who is fat positive, but you get a skinnier white girl. Okay, I'm
White?
I'm
Ryan.
White, but it's like, but
Check your privilege at the door.
It's not. And then people are like, as soon as Miss Piggy becomes a feminist, do you people have so much time on your hands that you have to bitch about stupid shit like this?
I'm like, guys, you do know they're promoting a fucking show, guys.
They're
like
people.
They're doing what they want.
Felt people, they do not have a consciousness. They do not exist. And you people are bitching about this.
Hey, don't talk about Kermit like that. Kermit is real to me. Rainbow Connection, man.
Okay, yeah. It's like, are you fuckers serious? And then they try and bring a feminism aspect into this, and it's like, what?
If we're just going to go for stuff the internet's been saying, I'm going to bring up the argument people have mentioned. It's like, let's not forget the fact that Miss Piggy has repeatedly abused Kermit.
Yeah, horribly, like mentally and physically. It has stalked him on several different occasions. Which is not best girlfriend material. And you don't want feminism to be a representative of that.
We've known that Kermit's gone to a battered husband's shelter a few times.
Right, yeah. For a minute I thought you were going to be talking about the whole Samus bullshit that has been coming up for some inane reason, and it's like, who gives a shit?
Or if we want to talk about stupid shit, we could talk about how gamers lost their shit over Jimmy Kimmel saying a few jokes.
Like, a small group of people who can't take a fucking joke.
I'm just like, oh my god, Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about video games?
Yes, dude who's barely irrelevant compared to, like, Conan and, who's that other dude?
I wouldn't say that because Jimmy Kimmel's actually a really funny guy.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon, I don't know, it's like compared
to...
Not
Fallon, it was Kimmel.
No,
I'm saying he was...
Yeah, I was talking about Jimmy Fallon, yeah, because, like, compared to Conan and Jimmy Fallon, it's like, yeah, like, Jimmy Kimmel, to me, isn't all that, like, of a big deal.
Well, none of them will even matter when Stephen Colbert takes the...
Exactly, yeah, it's like, yeah, and then you got Stephen Colbert, you got the Jim Stewart dude, well, you did have Jim Stewart, and it's like, yeah, compared to those guys, it's like, I don't really...
No, but the thing is, it's not even a question of, like, like people say Jimmy Kimmel's irrelevant. It's just that he made a light jokes, not even something really bad, and people lost their shit over it.
Yeah, a small group of dumbasses who couldn't take a fucking joke, and it's like, about what is it? What was it? It was about Let's Plays, right?
Yeah, he just said why
Let's Plays, or it was about like the whole video games being a sport on like.
No, it was just because what it came from was that he was just covering that his monologue, just covering a joke about like how YouTube is having their own streaming service and that was a big news, and then he made a joke on I don't understand why people watch Let's Plays. And it's like,
okay, that's perfectly legitimate. That's understandable. If
you're not a big gamer, why would you watch Let's Plays? It's like, if you're just like,
it's like if you're not a big sports fan, why the fuck would you watch sports?
Yeah, it's like, I say I don't watch sports, and if I have a friend who likes sports, I don't go, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, that's just not my thing.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Let's Plays and like, sports television and shit. It's kind of,
Well, the thing is, the way that people were reacting to it, they made it seem like it was so much more extreme than it is. Like he was like the ESPN guy who was like, these are fucking nerds living in the basement. Yeah. And I was like, oh Jesus, Jimmy Kimmel said that. And then I looked at what he actually said. I was like, oh, he just made like a passing comment and like a joke on it, and then he moved on to the next subject.
Yeah,
he didn't
if he had
make
been
it
like
the
the
focus of the
ESPN
show.
Yeah, if he had been like the ESPN dude where it's like, y'all are fucking morons, you're nerds, and you're pathetic, go kill yourself. It's like, okay, I can understand telling him to go fuck himself, if he said that. But it wasn't even that. It was a passing comment. It's like, really, guys?
And even...
It's a small majority of assholes who have to give everyone else a goddamn fucking bad name.
It's also funny because you even watch his rebuttal to the comments, and even his rebuttal was funny, and it was like it was the
lighthearted. It wasn't serious. It's like it was the equivalency of those celebrity meme tweets that they show on Jimmy Fallon, right?
No, the meme tweets are still from Kimmel.
Is it Kimmel? I thought it was from Fallon.
No, that's Kimmel.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because he has a recurring thing when he has Matt Damon do it every so often.
Okay, right. Yeah, it was like the equivalency of that, and just them laughing at it, and it's like, yeah, there's nothing fucking wrong. If you are honestly pissed that he is not taking go fuck yourself with a cancer dildo or whatever, seriously, y'all got some issues, fool.
And there's so many people writing these, like, introspective thought pieces of, like, why people are angry. Almost like
people fucking take,
it's a joke. Somebody made a small passing joke where you could just go, ha. It's like, come on, guys. Like,
well, it's like, and these fucking people are making these who are reporting, and I'm using that lightly, reporting on it, or like, oh, this is horrifying. This is the worst. And it's like, not to Jimmy Kimmel. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to use this
out to be bigger than it really is.
Jimmy Kimmel's a comedian. He's just going to mind it for jokes.
Of course. Yeah, it's not a big fucking...
And he's not even being disrespectful to gamers. No. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, he's like smart enough to not...
like on his show.
Yeah, it's like, he's smart enough to be like, yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you motherfuckers? This is... Yeah, it's like... no one is making a big deal out of it except for... the reporters, the people reporting,
and the commenters that are just writing.
The small jackass commenters are like, probably 1 in 1,000. It's probably 1 in every 50.
Like, I hope these commenters aren't adults because
they probably are. They probably are.
You must live a very, very privileged life if this is what gets you angry. Like, to this level that you're going to leave.
They're just really fucking trolling hard. Now.
Some motherfuckers have bad Asperger's. I don't even understand this shit. Like,
where it's like, like, it's either they're severely trolling hard, or they have a mental disorder, like that dude who maced that dude in the GameStop because he got pissed at Sonic.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, like, they must have a mental disorder on that dude's level.
If some dude maced me
over Sonic,
if some dude maced me over Sonic, as soon as I get the mace clear from my eyes, I'm gonna gonna find that dude and beat his ass.
Oh,
You see, I would just be, for me, yeah, I would beat his ass, but I'd be laughing my ass off doing it, because I'd be like, God, I got maced over fucking Sonic!
I think his name was Chris Chan or something.
I'm gonna get like a Sonic doll and beat his ass with that.
Well, yeah, like, if anything, you can tell by his name that he's crazy, because his name is Chris Chan.
Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was such a ridiculousness. That was such a ridiculous, like.
That was funny as shit, though.
It's just like, out of all the characters to be that in love with Sonic.
Yeah. A dude who hasn't had a good game in, like, 20 years.
He hasn't had a good game since, like, the turn of the millennium, almost.
Exactly.
So what else is on the news besides?
Yeah, we talked about the bullshit of Jimmy Kimmel and what have you. Let's go on with other shit before we talk about the other stupid news shit that's come up.
Okay. Well, Uncharted 4 finally got a release date. It's coming out March 18th, 2016. Finally they bitched around with it for a while. I mean, we don't know what's coming. We finally know. March 18th, 2016.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, it's like, really, I'm just not in the mood for Uncharted. I mean, all it is Call of Duty with you know, other different places and all.
Oh.
I'm just like, Ryan, are you trying to kill me right now?
I'm trying.
Take note that Fernando and I said nothing.
Bring it. Fucking bring
it. Like my heart is just like broken.
You see, I want to try and pull a Jimmy Kimmel and see how many people start sending me death threats and be like, yes.
I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed.
What? It too, Brute.
Me too.
No, honestly, I'm obviously. I actually bought for like, what was it? It was like for $10-15. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, I saw there was a deal about that. I think I saw a while back for like all those games for like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, it was really fucking cheap for the PS3 because like I finally got a new PS3 for like $100 because I was like, you know, I have all these PS3 games and I really want to play them, so fuck it. And yeah, they're fun as can be, and you know, I'm happy that they're doing this. I'm really happy.
I am gonna pay $60 for the Uncharted Collection on PS4.
Well,
I do not pay for collector's editions.
Well, to be fair, Armstrong never played any of those games before.
Oh, has he not?
Yeah.
Really?
But this is the PlayStation 4 is the first PlayStation I've ever owned, so
really,
I never got to play any of the Uncharted games.
I've usually been going with like for the past like 20 years. I've just gone with Sony for the most part because you know,
I think
it's easier to. They just worked better for me.
Well, because we're all from that age group where PlayStation 2 was like the big system.
Oh
like,
shit! Oh god, yeah, they had so many games.
Yeah, that was the system. Yeah, that was a system that like I remember everybody having.
Yeah,
like
I still have my very first one, and it still runs. Like,
see, I had a GameCube and I had an Xbox.
You see, I had a GameCube and a PlayStation 2, but I didn't have an Xbox.
And I got an Xbox a year after the Xbox 360 had come out. And then I got an Xbox 360.
Like I never had an Xbox, but I got the 360. I got my 360 several years before my PS3. That was simply because at the time it was the better choice.
The only reason I had a 360, to be honest, was because like all my friends had it, but in honesty, I liked the PS3 quite a bit more, even in the early years. Like I wasn't one of those fanboys where it's like the PS3 is perfect in every way. No, I recognized there was lots of problems and everything, but the video games on the PS3 turned more my attention than 360.
I remember the deal breaker was like the 360 was $400 and the PS3 was $600. The PS3 could go fuck itself.
You see, I didn't get it when it was that high. I got it when it was like way lower, but it was still in like the early years.
Yeah,
like the first or second year, where they were like, where they finally understood, look, guys, this isn't going to give me a blowjob while playing a game. It's not worth $600.
Yeah, like I ended up getting my PS3 when they had those Kevin Butler commercials. Where what's the PS3 price? $299.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "No, Kevin Butler, you gotta tell me the truth." Those commercials were awesome.
Yeah, wasn't that? Yeah, they stopped using those because the guy showed up in like a
Nintendo commercial or something.
It
Right?
wasn't even a Nintendo commercial.
It was a cart commercial.
It was a car commercial where a Wii was like they were
shown,
making a joke using a Wii or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like, really, guys? Like, this guy was your most popular ad.
Yeah. And he was so popular they even used him in E3 and everybody was having fun with it. Like
Exactly.
Like everybody, like we see like we've seen the Rage Select chats and how like if there's any sort of like pause in the flow of game showing, they just get mad and they're just like screaming.
Well, because it's like most of them are like so fucking dull and boring, and it's like, look, we came here for the games. We don't want this to be the Oscars where you bullshit for like an hour.
No. I'm just saying that with Kevin Butler, there was universal praise even the E3 parts.
No, yeah, that is true.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So moving on to other things that got
Sorry,
released.
yeah, I kept. Yeah.
I was just like, where were we?
Yeah, we talked about
Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Oh, sure.
February 23rd, 2016. Hooray!
Yay.
I love the first Deus Ex. There seems to be a rumor that there was a sequel called Invisible Wars, but I say that's full of shit.
Like the Matrix sequels.
Yes, exactly. And like the Star Wars prequels, they don't exist. and
Blade 3.
And what?
And Blade 3.
Oh god. Oh god.
With Triple H.
Oh god.
Bringing it back to wrestling. Okay, anyways, move on.
You see, I actually enjoyed Triple H in that because it was so fucking stupid.
It was so silly, and I just kept watching the movie like, oh shit, he's gonna take out a sledgehammer and hit Blade with it. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and then he had Ronda Rousey or whatever. Not Ronda Rousey. Who the fuck is that chick's name?
Oh, the generic rom-com chick that's using everything.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Jessica Biel.
No, I was thinking of the black-haired chick who was the vampire, but yes, Jessica Biel also.
Oh.
Kate Beckinsale?
Was Kate Beckinsale in Blade 3?
No, she wasn't.
In Blade, you just said vampire chick, and I was like, Kate Beckinsale in Underworld?
Oh, oh god.
I haven't seen any of the Blade movies.
No, okay. I'm getting us off a tangent, but yeah, I liked like most of the
I just heard Fernando's lungs collapsing on themselves.
It's like he died
Yes,
because he heard the word underworld.
Movies.
Armstrong, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Netflix. They've only put Blade 3 on Netflix at times, and I've heard that's the shitty one.
It is the shitty one.
Yeah, it's like the first two are fucking awesome.
Dude, the first movie
yeah.
has one of the best openings of all time.
Yeah. And then Blade 2 has a crossover with The String.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it has Donnie Yen in it.
Yeah, it does.
And Ron Perlman.
Yeah, as racist vampire.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. Can you blush? Yeah. It's like, not only do you hate him for being a vampire, but he's also a fucking racist.
And he's just a dick the whole time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I love like most, like the 2 out of the 3 Deus Ex games that have been made. And I'm looking forward to this. But guys, little word of advice. Work on your fucking promotionals. Because that whole augment your pre-order thing was bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about this, Fernando?
No.
So, they have a tiered pre-order system for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, where if a certain number of people pre-order, they'll unlock this level of pre-order where people will get to choose their reward. And if more people pre-order enough to reach the second level, then they'll unlock the next level of pre-order so people get to choose their reward.
And the final pre-order is the game gets to come out early. 4 days. It's 4 days, right?
Yeah.
4 days early. And you can't collect all of them. No. You have like a certain box. Like there's like, 4 tiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a certain box. And you can only choose one pre-order bonus from each box. Am I right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So wait, so are they just taking lessons from like Amtrak and Herbalife at this point?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, like, there's 4 tiers. Like, the first tier's already been unlocked where it's like, you can get these skins and these guns and, there's like 3 skins and guns and shit.
Actual...
Yeah, please bring it up because I'm not even doing it justice.
Whatever it is, this sounds like some stupid ass bullshit.
It really is. It's like a bullshit way of being like, pre-order more and more and more when pre-orders are kind of just bullshit nowadays. Like back then it was understandable and everything, but like nowadays it's just like,
yeah, it made sense
useless.
more. It made sense more when games were more. You had to go to specific stores and people didn't know inventory as much.
Nowadays,
it doesn't make sense.
That Fallout 4 is going to be, that
you can go to Walmart, Target. You can go to your
go on the
local
internet.
You can go to your nearby drugstore, buy video games. You can find video games in so many more stores nowadays.
You can go to your drug dealer who already bought it and is probably selling it.
Dude, if you go into your drug dealers, they have a PS4 or Xbox there. Come on.
Exactly.
So
I don't know.
Tier 1 unlocks the, like you said, different skin packs. Tier 2 has a digital art book or the digital soundtrack.
You're right.
Tier 3 has an extra in-game mission.
Which, hello, piracy. You ever meet that for the soundtrack?
Tier 4 has the digital novel or the digital comic book. And then the 5th tier unlocks the game 4 days early.
Which is like, really? Am I having who is having such a hard-on for this game that they cannot stand Salty Kenny? You see, I like Kenny.
No, he's the person I know who's most excited about this game.
I don't know, man.
Would he really be?
No, he probably wouldn't do this, but I'm just saying
the hive mind of being like, everyone, you gotta pre-order, so then it comes out 4 days early.
I don't know, but my boy D Hood, Daniel, one of the other writers on the site, he fucking loves Deus Ex.
Again, would you really try and go for the hive mind of?
No. They're just really excited.
I don't think either of them would be.
They're not that insane and not that like dickish.
Well, here's the bullshit thing about it. They don't have to tell us if they actually reached those tier levels.
Oh no.
There's no way to judge if we actually have that many pre-orders.
This is where we need Anonymous for. Yeah, Anonymous, hack those best Morgan Freeman I could do. Hack those motherfuckers.
Get Angelina Jolie up in here, some hackers.
Get her to have a stand-in butt.
Yeah. What was her name in Hackers?
I don't know.
It was like,
Who cares?
Hey, I fucking love that movie.
Every time I see Angelina Jolie in any movie, I never know her character name. I just say, oh, look, it's Angelina Jolie.
Oh, look, it's Duck Lips.
Oh, look, it's Maleficent.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Skeletor.
Oh. Why'd you have to go that far?
Because she has no breasts.
That doesn't. Oh, I wasn't making that joke. I was going to when that. I think it was like 3 years ago at the Oscars where she came out and tried to look sexy. It was like, eat a sandwich, Jesus.
Oh, I remember. Was that when they talked about showing the leg, and then they had that really funny Parks and Rec joke about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't talk ill of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. She is a national treasure.
Man. You know what? Now I'm just wondering, where's Brooklyn Nine-Nine coming back?
I don't know. That's another thing I need to freaking watch. That, Mr. Robot, and like a whole bunch of other stuff. But
fuck that. When's the Flash coming back?
Oh yeah.
October.
Really nice.
So I just fucking learned yesterday that Masters of Sex has been back since July.
Is that actually really good?
I really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We all usually have the same taste in stuff, so it's like, yeah. So
I need
to
to watch
for it and try and see it.
Yeah, Mr. Robot, I've gotten so far 4 different people to watch it so far, and each one of them has really loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to watch the entire thing. And damn, this is like how many times have I put us off a tangent?
Okay.
Dude,
like 4 or 5?
I think I put us off 2 tangents at this point.
Are you sure? Okay. I think I've done the most damage, unfortunately. You've been fine.
All right, next news story, because I don't even know which one we were covering
I'm just
now.
gonna run through some right here. Ace Attorney 6 got announced, and it's coming to the West eventually. We don't
Never
know
played
yet.
it, want to, though.
It's probably going to be like the last Deus Ex, Jesus. It's probably going to be like the last Ace Attorney game where it's not going to get an actual physical release, and they're just going to release it on the eShop.
Really?
Yeah, because they never sell enough to justify a hard copy, but they always sell enough to justify a port, so they just released it on the eShop.
Huh. Which is a good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
At least they're gonna localize the game.
Yeah.
Deadpool is coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. Not a new game, literally just a up-resed port of the Deadpool game from last generation. No surprise they're gonna have this released before the movie comes out.
Understandable since the movie's coming out and all, and it's like that is actually a fun game.
It's a fun game. If you haven't played it before, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Maybe not full price unless you're really dying for some Deadpool, but
it's like $30. Like $30 is like.
Is it? I thought it was 40 or 50 when it's coming out.
No, I'm saying buying it at $30 is
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like more of a buy it in 3 years on $5 when it's on sale or something.
Yeah.
Or just go to Redbox.
I appreciate it because it's like High Moon Studios, same guys who did those really good Transformers games, and it's like
the good Transformers games.
Yes, the only good ones. It's like those guys. Those are the guys that know how to do a worthy or good fan appreciation of a game.
Or of a beloved franchise like Transformers and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Them and Rocksteady are the only two people I know that did good licensed superhero movies in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Fair point. All right, details for the PlayStation 4 System Software 3.0 update. Doesn't seem like a big thing, but whenever PlayStation does, it's not like Xbox where it's every month they have an update, adding new stuff. Whenever PlayStation has an update, it's always they add a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, which is if I have to choose between constant freaking patches and downloads and just one that comes around every 3 or 4 months, I'm I'll choose the one that isn't bludgeoning me to death every month.
I think they both have their ups and downs.
Honestly, I think because I remember with the 360, it was they had an interface I really liked for a long time, and then they just radically changed it to one I don't like.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Sorry. The 360 layout just kept getting... Well, okay, the blades were not as great as everyone remembers they were, and then they got to the next one, which is...
The next one I really liked.
Yeah, and then they fucking updated it to make it look like the Xbox One, where they had ads on the front page.
Where it looks like Windows 8 almost.
Yeah, that was not a good idea. All right, details for the PS4 next system update. They're going to increase the online storage capacity, which is your cloud storage thing, from 1 gigabyte to 10 gigabytes for PlayStation Plus members. Mm-hmm. YouTube Live, you'll be able to live stream gameplay straight to YouTube. It's kind of probably in line with the YouTube gaming thing that just launched last month. Events, which is you'll have certain games which will have this weekend we'll have double XP in this game and stuff like that. And they'll have it on the front page so it'll be more prominently displayed. You'll be able to add your friends to groups, so you can section off your friends list if you have too many friends. You'll be able to create communities on the PS4, which you can join to be hey, if people like playing this game at this time, join this group. I don't know, it seems kind of cool. You'll be able to share short video clips directly to Twitter, up to a maximum of 10 seconds. I guess that's a cool way to get across, if you... So,
we're now going to expect to see a bunch of new video game vines.
Oh, God.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, I'm going to make some awesome vines with me and my dog, Dee Dee. It's going to be awesome.
You're adding a feature called Request to Watch Gameplays, so you can basically just, whenever your friend's playing something, you can request to just watch them play it.
Oh, like the Steam thing, like Steam did with that one thing.
You're kind of, Ryan, I don't know if you're hearing that, Fernando, but you're kind of far away or faded out or something.
Yeah, he was far away.
Is this better?
Yeah, better.
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, here, let me... Better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah.
Oh, great.
So it's like, so the whole thing, it's like the Steam thing, where it's like, oh, hey, you can jump in and watch your friend broadcast. Okay, yeah.
It's kind of similar to what they did last time, where you can like do the share play, where you can watch your friend play or just take over their PS4 and play their game, or play with them, but it's just the watching segment.
Right.
And it's probably has a less of a drain on your...
I wonder how many people actually go for that, like the whole watching broadcast thing.
I don't know. I tried it a few times, but I only tried it with a first-person shooter, so it didn't really work out that well.
Yeah, like
it's more of a for people who have better internet.
Yeah, it is. Like I tried the thing on Steam a while back, and it was like it was interesting and everything, but it's like how many people are actually using that damn thing?
It's a cool feature to add.
Oh no, it is. It totally is.
And it makes sense with everybody's like, we're gonna use Twitch for everything. Like now we live in a society where everybody's streaming their stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh god. It's like, listen, people. Sometimes you're freaking boring and no one wants to watch your crap.
Like I have a friend who watches like Hearthstone games, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Really?
I can't do it. I'm just like I like Hearthstone. I like playing it every so often, but
Jesus.
If I had to watch somebody play Hearthstone, I would shoot myself in the face.
You know that friend of mine that bought me that PS4?
Mm-hmm.
He has bought $200 worth of packs for Hearthstone.
I have spent no money on Hearthstone.
Yeah. Neither have I. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. It's been like 2-3 weeks since I asked, and at that point, it was $200. I think he has like gone way over now.
Oh god.
You need to find this man's tablet and just break it.
Oh no, he uses it on his computer. He don't have a tablet.
You need to find this man's computer and break it.
I think I need like an intervention. Like I'm not even joking. I think he actually needs a fucking intervention.
First, I will delete your Battle.net account. Then I will break you.
Oh, you thought you were born in Blizzard in the World of Warcraft.
No, it's bad. We're not doing them anymore.
No.
Joke's over.
You thought Hearthstone was your ally.
Oh god. What did I do?
Thought Frostmourne was gonna be there.
What a lovely Hearthstone play. No.
Okay, yeah, we're done.
It's dead. No, but anyway, your friend needs help.
Yeah, you think I don't know that?
Your friend
Joking
needs...
aside, you seriously need to get your friend help.
Yes, no, he seriously needs help.
Didn't you say his dad was like shipping him out to like...
That changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he can't go to Hawaii. He was gonna ship him out to this boot camp that was in fucking Hawaii. And it wasn't really a boot camp, it was like this... summer retreat kind of thing where it's like
Fucking rich people, man.
Yeah, like where it was like he was supposed to farm and like do his own, like if he wanted to eat he had to do his own farming and all this shit, and there was like apparently a fucking spa and all this crap. Like I'm not even joking, and I'm like, the fuck is Jesus Christ.
Okay, we're moving on. I'm just getting more mad as this.
I'm like, I'm gonna find this dude and beat his ass at this point.
Or ask him for a car.
Why not both?
Yeah. You gonna give me a car, motherfucker?
That's my car now, punk.
Oh yeah, you're like, what's that dude's name?
I'm
Devo?
That's my car, punk.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's move on, yeah.
Okay, Star Wars Battlefront is gonna have a beta in early October. It's going to be on Xbox, PS4, and PC. They don't have an exact release date, but they said the beta will include Walker Assault, which is that level on Hoth where an AT-AT is walking towards you, and you have to destroy the walkers. It's a 40-player battle. They're also going to include survival missions on Tatooine, which is like that kind of single-player thing.
Uh-huh.
You and a rebel friend fight waves of Imperial forces, and it's going to include a thing called Drop Zone, which is a mode that DICE has not given details on yet.
I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to this game. I mean,
Well,
it sounds alright, but it's like, if you get that graph that like it compares Battlefront 2 to now, and it's like, yeah, Battlefront 2 is like way better.
Well, sort of segue. Wait, you were going to say something, Fernando?
I was just saying, like, it's one of those things where we love to, like, dilute things in the graphs like that, but we haven't seen the fucking game, enough of the game that we're just doing prejudges, so I'm just sort of like...
No, but it's like, the shit that I hear, it's like, I don't think I'm gonna...
That's what I was going to segue into. So, last week at PAX, I got a chance to play Star Wars. Actually, not even last week, this past Monday, I got a chance to play Star Wars Battlefront.
And?
Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. I was in your guys' camp. I was like, they kind of cut content. I don't know about this. I may get it, but I don't know if I'm going to get it on launch. But I'm going to get it on launch now.
You are?
Yeah. I played the survival mission thing where it was me and another dude who were just fighting waves of Imperial soldiers. And yes, it's like Battlefield, where it's like, it's a first-person / third-person shooter with a Star Wars skin on it. But that's enough, dude. Just the fucking, just hearing the fucking the sounds of the guns shooting at Imperial troopers, seeing fucking ATSTs coming at you, hearing the music in the background. It just, it makes your blood just flow, and you're just like, I want this now.
I think enticed by its feminine wiles, not knowing that it's horns.
Star Wars was at the Oscars. It showed Charles's leg a little bit in his dress. It was great.
And then at some point it's going to turn up and it's going to pull the entire dress away and he's going to find out it has a penis.
So by this metaphor, Angelina Jolie has a penis.
Would you be surprised?
She has kids!
All of them adopted?
No, actual kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. What a miracle of modern science to have a man and be able to birth.
God damn it.
Y'all are some sick fucks.
Where did we go?
This is not even the worst that we've ever said. I mean, come on. If you want to hear the worst, just bring in Alan for a minute, and then we'll see the worst that we can do.
And here's the part that we cut out of the podcast.
And here's the part where it gets a little racist.
We're horrible people.
Jesus.
All the horrible.
So,
We're on Rage Select, guys. Come on.
So Ryan, for editing the podcast right now, here's the part where you could cut back in.
Oh no, I'm leaving this shit in. I'll probably cut out the Alan part, but
Just trying to give you an out, man.
I'm good. I'm fine.
So the Xbox One Elite got announced. We knew it was a matter of time.
Right.
It's going to be $400, but it comes with a 1 terabyte solid state hybrid drive. That's what they're calling it.
Damn.
And it's going to have an upgraded performance thing, so it says it optimizes system performance so you can get up to the action up to 20% faster from their energy saving mode, so it boots up a lot faster and it'll presumably run games smoother. And it's going to come with the Xbox Elite wireless controller, which was that controller they showed off earlier this year that had like you could like replace the parts on and stuff if you wanted to. And it's all compatible with the Windows 10 cross thing that they were
really
supporting. Yeah, $400 updated Xbox One, 1 terabyte hard drive. I'll probably get one when they drop the price down to something reasonable, or they have a sweet bundle with it. That's what I was waiting for, was them to announce a new version of Xbox One, and they did. I probably will get it. Actually, I don't know. I might just wait for the Slim version, because the Xbox One's still bulky.
Are they actually going to be bringing in a Slim, or is that just your hope?
Oh, you know they are eventually. The PS4 is going to do the same thing. Probably not for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Armstrong is using the predictions of the past because they do that shit all the time. The PS2 had a slim version. The
Did
PS3.
the PS2 have a... Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It did.
Yes,
I totally
did.
forgot about that.
The thing was like barely an inch big.
Yeah. That thing was tiny. It was skinny.
Yeah.
And you couldn't
they
hide your
even-
weed in the back of it like the original PS2. Wait.
How do you know that, Armstrong?
That was what, like, literally, like, I had, when I just started doing drugs in high school, like, I had three different friends who all had, like, their old big PS2s, so they, like, took the power thing off the back, and they, like, hid their drugs in.
PS2, not only does it have fantastic games, it can hide your weed.
It's a perfect drug. It's a perfect drug storage unit.
Yeah. That makes it beat out even today's consoles.
I can't do that shit with my PS4.
No, I can't.
That is literally a benefit of only the PS2.
Can't even do that with my fucking PC. Well, maybe.
You can do it with your PC. I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't know. The way this fucker heats up, it just might set my weed on fire.
You'll get high while playing your games.
Yeah. Yeah, listen.
I was trying to play Bloodborne, and then I got high.
And to be fair, that might be the best way to play Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah. That way you don't break your damn controller.
You're like, nah, man, I'm chill.
Yeah. He's got the patience of a fucking god. What's his secret? Man, I'm fucking high.
He gets high and listens to Snoop Dogg. That's literally his secret.
Yeah. You ever play Bloodborne? You ever play Bloodborne on weed?
Honestly, though, like, I'm a brief aside, but mentioning Snoop Dogg, that was the only casting that wasn't perfect in Straight Outta Compton.
Really? I thought it was like the dude had it voiced down pretty well, but
I
like
know he didn't look a thing like him.
Oh, he didn't look.
yeah.
Because they had a guy in the film that that I thought was going to be him.
I know what you're talking about. The dude in the middle of the street with the giant fucking hair.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be him, and then it was like, no, they just got some dude. I'm like, wait, that's supposed to be Snoop Dogg?
Really? Like, the voice is good. Like, the voice, it sounds like him. But other than that, it's like, no.
Because I forget, they showed Tupac earlier, because the guy that got Tupac, I think that is Tupac. Like,
well, they barely showed him. He was, like, in a recording room, like, in the far off in the shot. The only reason you is like, is that Tupac? Because he had the fucking bandana on, and they called him Tupac.
No, they show him pretty good. They show him talking to Dre, and there's several shots of them talking together, and he looks exactly like him.
Yeah. I would love a Tupac biopic now. They're like,
actually, that's
guys.
That's in the talks, actually, of using that actor as well.
I love that. Yeah,
I want to see that, and I want to see the Wu-Tang biopic.
Oh,
so I think the Wu-Tang would be a lot.
Well, that would make sense because this was basically West Coast, and Wu-Tang, you could just do a whole story about the East Coast rap scene.
Yeah. I would love that.
It would be a great companion piece, but anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
so side note, Straight Outta Compton was a really good movie.
Straight Outta Compton is actually the Avengers of gangster rap. I don't know if you realize this. It's bringing them all together.
Oh my god, did you hear Chris on the most recent Breakfast Club?
No, what, did he actually use that analogy?
No. They were talking about all the new, like, movies that studios are rushing into production about rap groups. And he called Suge Knight Suge Knight.
Oh my Jesus Christ. I still, my favorite part of that review was when he said that, oh, my little tiny Jewish girlfriend had to explain to me who Suge Knight was.
Yeah.
I was like,
man.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, Chris, I'm like 20 plus years younger than you. I wasn't even alive during the beginning of NWA, and I still know who they are.
Yeah. R.I.P. ODB.
Jesus.
So anyway.
Good Lord, what the hell?
Chris is out of touch. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, he's white.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I'm white, so it's not really an excuse.
He's reached the point in his life where he's the old white guy who's like, I don't know what you kids are talking about with your hippity hops.
He's like, the only rap group I know is Sugar Hill Gang.
I only listen to Run DMC when teamed up with Aerosmith.
Beastie Boy. I think he actually said in one of the Leogs that Beastie Boys was one of the greatest rap groups or something like that.
I think a lot of people actually think that.
Really?
I mean, they're good and all, but like, I just don't think of them
But
like
the greatest rap group of all time.
that. Yeah.
No.
People say that. Most of them are white, but a lot of people say that.
Yeah. And they're wrong. Like, I'm not even going to argue that point. They're wrong.
Video games.
Anyway, video games, yeah.
Fallout 4 has over 111,000 lines of recorded dialogue, which is more than Skyrim and Fallout 3 combined, which isn't that surprising considering the fact that the two lead characters, your character, which you can be a male or a female,
right,
talks for the first time, so it makes sense that each of them both have a shit ton of lines to say.
All I'm going to say is that Sean Bean is going to have a fat check doing all those voices.
Sean Bean and Patrick Stewart.
And Patrick Stewart.
Who the fuck was Sean Bean in? You mentioned this before the podcast. Was he in Fallout 3 or Skyrim or Oblivion?
Yeah.
In Oblivion. He was
in Oblivion, and Patrick Stewart was also in
I knew Patrick Stewart was.
He was in Oblivion as the king. That comes into
Patrick Stewart was the king.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patrick Stewart was the king in Oblivion.
Sean Bean.
Oh, sorry. Sean Bean was... Oh, God.
the Warden of the North.
Was he?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, shut up. Getting fucking confused.
Yeah, I know.
He was Martin Septon. He was the son, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Have they even announced if there's going to be any famous people in Fallout 4?
I don't.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
Yeah,
they usually do cameos of like actors. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the dude who was in Battlestar Galactica, Colonel Ty.
Oh yeah, that dude's in every Bethesda game.
Yeah.
He's in and all the Mass Effect games too.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked.
Voice for it.
Yeah, there's
All right,
definitely cameos. Maybe we'll see Mel Gibson. No, we won't.
Christ.
Yeah, he's an enemy, and he just starts screaming, "You should just fucking smile
And blow me!
Blow me!" Yeah, that's like all he does.
His purpose is, I'm here for the Jews.
Wow.
Hey, I got outbeaten by
I did it.
Yeah.
I
did it for you, Ryan.
All right, so there was this one other story that this is pretty much all I got besides some other things. That the real ending to Metal Gear Solid 5 got cut from the game. Now, I'm not going to go into details because these two haven't finished playing the game, and I have not played any Metal Gear games, so I didn't care about reading spoilers. But apparently the game ends at Chapter 46, but people who bought the Collector's Edition saw hints that the game was supposed to originally go to Chapter 51, and there was even screenshots and concept art and like unfinished cutscenes that were made for this supposed 5 more chapters of the game,
which kind of makes me worry.
That even supposedly wrapped up some story bits that were left kind of unanswered by just the game that's out there right now. So some people are speculating that maybe Konami's going to try to sell this as DLC, or maybe it just wasn't finished at all.
I would think, it's going to be one of those two, but I think, it'd be more likely DLC. And that makes me hope that this is not going to end, because I'm playing it, like, right now, as we speak, and it's making me hope that this isn't going to end like Sopranos, where it's like, oh yeah, we're talking, and then blackout.
And you're just talking, Big Boss is just talking, and then he just sees out of nowhere, you just hear, Chloe! And then it's Jack Bauer shows up. It'll be awesome.
You see that? I would be down for that. And then,
you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if we just see Jack Bauer show up out of nowhere. I would just be like, this makes sense. I believe this could happen in this world.
And then you bring in Idris Elba, and he's like, who are you? I'm Bond. James Bond. And
then he's then he gets told he's too street to play Bond.
He's too urban.
I was just like, even as Stringer Bell, he was the smoothest gangster ever.
Yeah. It's like, really, motherfucker?
I'm like, you have never seen Idris Elba before, have you?
Yeah. You know that dude actually does, like, DJ, like, on his time?
And he's bad at it.
Is he? Aw.
There was
You know-
some video where he was like trying to rap.
Oh,
It's really bad. It's not. It's no
that's
bueno.
sad.
I just go, brother. I like you, but don't do this again.
Aw.
Somebody just needs to put his hand on his shoulder. Just Idris, no,
No.
just no, man.
And then he
I'm like-
goes, "It too, Fernando."
I just turned into Caesar and Planet of the Apes. No.
You strong actor. You no strong DJ.
You know rap.
You know that.
You could be James Bond. You fucking this up, bro.
When is
Aim
this
for-
coming back on? Damn it! Or is it even coming back?
I think
What?
there was talks that it's getting an American adaptation.
What? Of what?
An American adaptation.
Oh,
of
of
Luther.
Luther. Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Luther season 4 is already done. I
Is
don't
it?
know when they're gonna start showing it. It's only 2 episodes, but yeah, they were gonna have a
Because
fourth.
like that's the thing about like British television. It's like, oh yeah, we might make another season, maybe, if we
And
fucking
if we-
feel like it. It's like,
And it may happen now. It may happen in 5 years from now.
yeah,
It's
it might
just-
happen never. Fuck you all. We don't care.
You know what? I respect that, BBC.
Just
Yeah, they
don't blame
fucking-
me when I come bashing down your doors.
It says they wrapped shooting back in April,
Really?
so I don't know when the fuck they're gonna air it.
Yeah, because I fucking love Luther. I love like most of the good television is like either HBO or it's like
It was FX. FX.
it was FX for a while, and I don't know. FX still has some good stuff.
They still have good stuff, but they're not batting like before. They had like a perfect score. They don't have that perfect score anymore.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, you can't do 100% good for fucking ever, unfortunately. I wish, but
HBO was for a while,
yeah.
but then
yeah,
gone
for,
for Cincinnati.
yeah, again, for a while, but then it's like, yeah, you're gonna fuck up at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. And now USA out of nowhere,
I don't
But
know.
is USA like doing good shit, or
Mr. Robot is
Mr.
their
Robot.
show.
that's USA? Really?
Yeah,
It's-
that's
it
why
does
everyone's
not-
freaked out.
It's like an NBC Hannibal situation. Almost.
Wow. Nice. All right. Yeah. Now you're really giving me reason to try and watch that as soon as possible.
Like you were like, oh, Burn Notice is their high point. No.
Oh God, I remember I was not that big a fan of Burn Notice.
Or Psych.
I don't think anybody would.
Ugh, fucking Psych.
I like Psych. Psych was a fun show.
Okay, I like Monk.
Okay,
For what it was, I
I like Monk too, but and yeah, Psych. In all honesty, yeah, Psych was okay. I remember they did a Twin Peaks episode.
Psych had a lot of really fun, like, weird episodes like that. They did, like, I don't know.
Psycho's a show my mom liked.
Really?
Monk was a show my mom liked.
Same here. Monk was a show my mom loved as well. Yeah.
But anyway, as we're talking about USA shows that really have no cultural relevance anymore, what else is video game newsworthy that happened this week?
I thought that was it.
That was pretty much it. The only things that we could talk about is, like I mentioned, I went to PAX and I got to play a few things, so...
Now,
Could
are
just
you
give a-
allowed to, like, talk about...
Yeah, dude, it was like fucking...
Oh, okay. Well, I
it
didn't
was
know...
like an open convention to the public.
Okay. All right, no, I'm just making sure.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Unless he got, like, one of those private showings that you can only...
Which,
You can, like-
I didn't have a press badge, so
Yeah,
I
so-
did not.
I don't think you could apply through Rage Select.
Yeah, I work for Rage Select, and they're like, and they just look at each other and like, just go away.
Dude, you don't know how annoyed I was when I was waiting in line for the Game Grumps panel, and like some dude was standing next to me, and he had like a press badge, and he was just talking. I was like, yeah, I just occasionally do these articles for this like shitty 80s movie website, and somehow my friends who run it get press badges to everything, so I just got these for these. I was just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that really kills you. I can imagine that kills you, especially when it's like, when you're listening to people like, yeah, I don't know, I've never played any of these Star Wars Battlefront games. I'm just doing this as a free game. And it's like,
what was it when like Jeff went to E3 one time and there were people that were like, oh, I've never heard of Assassin's Creed at E3.
And it's like,
yeah.
I'm out.
That was Jason who was fucking fuming about that.
Yeah, I would be too. It's like, you motherfucker.
Why are you here? What? Did you get lost?
Yeah. Did you get like kidnapped and just sent here and you don't really know how to go home?
Well, anyway, what did you see at PAX, my friend?
Yes, please.
Okay, so
Before we get off on another
earlier,
tangent.
I played Star Wars Battlefront. I played a lot of other indie games, which I'm not going to go into because no one really cares about them.
I do. Was there
eh.
one that you really grabbed your attention or that was really interesting for you?
Yeah, I'll get to them in a second.
My Dragon Cancer too.
Oh
man,
God,
I'm just
yeah, I've
imagining
seen
what
that, and it's like, I don't even want to go near that fucking game. That's
Like-
I'll kill myself.
That game, when you buy it, they give you a box of tissues and like a wrist guard.
Yeah, and a will is like, well, here's in case you kill yourself.
It's like, I'm not crying.
So I played Dark Souls 3. Stood in line for 3 hours to play it.
Damn. Was it worth it?
Well, the worst thing was they had like 8 booths set up, and 2 of them were connected to monitors above the booth, so people who were standing in line could watch the gameplay. And of course, I got put on one of the ones that were connected to the monitors. So it was a 10-minute demo, so everyone got to watch me go the wrong way for 7 minutes of the demo.
Oh.
And get the shit kicked out of me by some of the first enemies. Because I'm used to playing Bloodborne, where you can just attack things and regain your health back.
Right.
Yeah, it was not pretty, but I enjoyed the game as it was. The only thing negative I could really say about it was it looked a little too close to Bloodborne and the art style.
What?
At least
like
for the section I played. But if anything, the Souls games have a lot of different environments, so it was a 10-minute demo, so it's not really a...
Well, so what do you mean by the art style? Do you mean like that whole Victoria area?
Yeah, like
everything?
the cities, it looked like an old Victorian city mixed up with like castles and stuff. And it like I swear, like some of the stones and stuff looked almost identical.
Is this being made by the Miyazaki guy?
Yep.
Or is it? Okay.
I mean, this was the last game.
Studio Ghibli's making Dark Souls 3? What?
That'd be awesome.
This is the last game he worked on before he became president of From Software.
Right. Okay.
Oh my god. Could you imagine Studio Ghibli interpretation of Dark Souls?
It'd probably be just as creepy, if not a little whimsical.
But you'd be beautiful.
It would be creepy, but when you go inside that weird hybrid snake animal stomach bus ride, it'll be awesome.
And you learn no lesson at the end.
See, I would love Studio Ghibli if they made like a Dark Souls movie
Oh god.
or something. But it's like on the level of Grave of the Fireflies.
But yet there's a whole nuclear bomb message in it. It's just that doesn't make sense.
All right. So Dark Souls 3, it's Dark Souls, but faster. That's essentially what it is.
How many
fun.
classes were there available during the time?
There was only 2.
There was only
and
2.
they weren't really any different. It was literally just, one of them has a sword, one of them has an axe.
Okay, so it wasn't like when they were doing Dark Souls 2 where it was like, oh, you can pick from these 5 different characters, the swordsman, the knight, and the mage and everything. And
There were different selections, but the only 2 that were available to you were the swordsman or the axeman.
Okay.
And I don't know if you could use it, but I didn't see anybody using this new battle art system, so maybe they hadn't unlocked it for the demo, which is the thing they've been talking about, where it's essentially kind of like in Bloodborne, where you change your stance and you can do like a heavy attack, but you can only have a certain number of them. But yeah, the demo was essentially they didn't have any of the new things except for that it was Dark Souls and that it was faster.
Right. Okay. So.
And Estus Flash everywhere. So it wasn't that Dark Souls 2 stuff where you have little bulbs.
Oh, so they went back to the whole Dark
Straight
Souls 1
Estus
thing.
Flasks. Yeah.
Nice, good, because that I always preferred that in Dark Souls 1 over Dark Souls 2, where it was like, oh, I have all these souls, fuck it, I'll just buy like thousands upon thousands of health potions.
Yeah. It was fun, and it was Dark Souls, so I don't really know what
It was very soul-y.
And at some point you wanted to break the TV in half.
I felt bad for the dude who was, when I was staying in line, somebody actually beat the boss that was in the demo, but they were out of t-shirts, so he didn't get anything. Yeah. I also played Star Fox Zero, which I waited in line. I waited 3 hours and 45 minutes in line for, close to 4 hours. And for the first part of the demo, it's Star Fox. It's fun. It controls fine. The shooting's all on point. But throughout the demo, you have a guy standing next to you going, oh, yeah, if you look down at the Wii U gamepad, you can use more precise shooting with the gyro controls. And you're just like, okay, yeah, I don't want to do that. So you're just ignoring him, and you're using it normally. But you get to a point in the demo
where it forces you into it.
You can't beat the demo unless you use the gyro controls. And the second you look down at the Wii U gamepad to use the gyro controls for more precise shooting, you can't see the enemy shooting stuff at you, so you get hit. You immediately start crashing into whatever's around you.
Jesus.
And it's not even that fucking accurate. It's hard to fucking aim it at the right area, and it just makes you go, this isn't fun anymore. And it would be fine if they just it wouldn't be fine. It would be annoying if there was just an optional thing. It's like, yeah, all right, use it. But they make you use it. And it just points out that this doesn't work. Why the fuck are you using this? And it's required to beat the demo, which means it'll probably be required in the game to progress. It's like, you don't, just because you have the gamepad doesn't mean you have to force it into things. But apparently nobody told Nintendo that. And they're like, it must work because we're Nintendo. It's fucking garbage. It made me hate the game.
Well, that's the problem with
it made me not want to play the game. Me, who fucking, all I've been asking for is a new Star Fox game.
Yeah.
And they didn't ruin it, but they just made me go, oh, I don't want this anymore.
Right. Well, that seems to be the problem with Nintendo with their stuff, like, since the Wii, is that, we put in this thing that's pretty much useless and that no one really wants, like the sensor thing and all that, but we need to force them to use it, so, yeah. It's used, like, has there actually been a Wii U game that has come out that is actually, that someone has said, oh yeah, it's really helpful when you have that giant screen and Wii U pad thing? No, I don't think so.
Like, even the one game that uses it relatively well, Splatoon, because they just use it for, like, when you can look at the map and you can, like, use it to essentially fly to wherever your teammates are on the map, but they don't make it essential to play the game.
Right.
Yeah, God, it was... And maybe it was just because I waited so fucking long in line, and the demo only took, like, 5 minutes to complete.
Really?
It was abysmally short.
Ugh. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I mean,
it was.
It's nice
I didn't
to see.
even play anything else that day. Because I waited essentially 4 hours in line, so it was already 4 o'clock by the time I finished, and everything else on the floor was like, there's a 2-hour wait, so I just went home early that day, pissed off.
I'm sorry. That honestly. That sucks, dude.
It was not enjoyable.
And then you call Nintendo and you left very angrily messages at their voicemail. I don't know. Like,
you broke my heart.
I love how this episode we have an underlying current of being disappointed in people and things.
Yeah. I might as well just call this the disappointment episode.
So, I guess I can't talk about indies. There's this really, probably, I wouldn't say the most I enjoyed, but one of the things I enjoyed most playing the game was this indie game called Grapple. which is out now actually on Steam.
Oh, nice.
Where you're a blob in this digitized like world. It looks kind of Tron-like, where you're essentially using Spider-Man-like swinging abilities, where like you jump off a platform and then you shoot out a little grapple thing, and you can swing on it using gravity to essentially complete puzzles to swing from point to point. You can grapple onto anything that is a solid object, but if you touch a red object, you die. It's a really simplistic game, but it's really fucking fun. And yeah, there's multiple levels, increasing difficulty as it goes along. And when you touch like a blue object, you stick to it, and you can move along in areas. You can't take it's a typical thing. With each increasing level, they add new stuff to change up the gameplay, make it more difficult. It's really simplistic, yet it's really fucking fun.
Sounds interesting, and since it's on Steam, it's like...
Yeah, it's on Steam. They said they're going to try to bring it to consoles later this year, or even next year. I'm going to buy it. It's one of those things where you can just... They gave me a free soundtrack, too. The soundtrack's really, like, upbeat and catchy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's something you could just, like, play for...
Yeah, Human Revolution.
It's something you could just play for a little while or lose yourself in for hours just trying to do over and over again. And there's no like life system or anything. Like as soon as you die, you can just hit R and you immediately respawn and can try it over again.
Okay, so it's like really quick. Like you don't have to go through like a 3-minute loading screen every time.
Oh, no, it's right back from where you were. Or if there's long levels, you get to a checkpoint at a certain point.
So in a way, it's kind of like Super Meat Boy in that way.
Kind of, yeah. Like a 3D Super Meat Boy.
Nice, because, I mean, as many controllers as I freaking broke from that game, I still enjoyed it.
I just imagine you have your graveyard of controllers, like Super Meat Boy, Dark Souls.
There's at least 20 in the Super Meat Boy grave, and at least 5 in the Dark Souls grave.
It's just a mass grave.
Yeah.
Gotten close, though.
I was so close with this one. It got me through so many hard times.
It got me through Life is Strange, where I wanted to just bash my head in with the controller.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm almost done with that. I completed, like, all of it. There's, like, one more to go.
So I'm going to ask you a question about that once this podcast is over, because it pertains to spoilers.
I think I only got to halfway through episode 3.
You lucky asshole.
Okay,
I know my boy Ryan is playing. I'm gonna wait until it's finished to play it.
Yeah,
just let me fucking torture myself. Yeah.
Because I promise you by episode 5 I will have it done and we are gonna do a review and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, you fucking better.
I promise you. I will do some Clockwork Orange shit, alright?
I'm good now!
I'm gonna see some boobs and then just fall to the floor. It'll be weird. It'll be awesome.
The worst thing is that, like... No, I'll save it. Oh, God.
You're just like, the hipsterism drives me insane.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? It would be decent. And they do have some serious shit in there. But it's like way near the end. It's like in like the 4th when they really get into some heavy shit. And then even then, it's like 5-10 minutes long for like the most like heaviest of things.
It sounds hella important.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not. Because I can't even fucking say, but it's like, it's really not, but sadly, it is like it's like the darkest moment probably in the entire game, and probably will be in the entire game, honestly. And it's like, look, I can tell you, this is the #1 thing that people on Tumblr talk about, so you know that this is bullshit. Okay.
I don't even know what they talk about on Tumblr, so I'll just go, okay.
Well, you know, it's mostly like fucking hippie people and shit that mostly hang around there.
Oh, okay.
Extreme PC people. So it's like, oh, of course they'll fucking love this one. And it's like, there's some good stuff. Like, there's good moments and interesting stuff, but it's like, it gets so overshadowed by, like, this shitty writing of what this person thinks a teenager speaks like.
Well,
so it's like Until Dawn.
Yeah, but even Until Dawn, you only have to deal with that for like the first like hour and a half or 2 hours, and then it's like, wee, everyone's getting cut up, and then it's like, okay, yeah, and then they stop that bullshit and they start talking like more or less regular people. This is the whole fucking way through.
And then at least with Until Dawn, you go look. Oh, look, it's the guy from Mr. Robot.
Yeah. With at least Until Dawn, it's like, oh hey, I know that dude. Oh,
dude, don't trust that dude. He works for Hydra. He's a villain. Run away.
Actually, that guy's like the most likable person in there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Spoilers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, guys.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny. Like, I like that dude so much in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I like him more than most of the other people.
I think they said the way they ended Season 2, he's going to be the villain for Season 3.
Which is like, god damn it, why don't you like, make him likable. I like him. Make him
I like him as the villain. I think he works as a villain. He's better
he does, because he's such a smarmy, smart-ass douche, and it's like, I
honestly, one of the
parts... He's
like
the Spike of, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to bring it into, like, all Joss Whedon shit.
Kind of, yeah, but yeah. I don't see them redeeming him like they did Spike, because they kind of tried it, like, they put him back with the team at...
You mean where it was, like, really forced and disturbing, especially when he, like, tried to rape the main character?
Wait, what?
Yeah, in Spike? Remember?
Oh, I was talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
I was talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not Buffy season 6 when that happened.
Like, Jesus Christ, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got dark.
Yeah.
I was like, when did this happen on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I missed this.
Yeah. Especially on ABC, it's like, damn!
ABC got real.
They got raw!
ABC was like, move over FX. Yeah. We're taking this shit up Daredevil.
Fuck Hannibal. This is what we do now.
They're just like, we took some notes from Daredevil.
And Hannibal, and all those motherfuckers. And Game of Thrones.
Shit.
I should probably, like, say, okay, before we, again, I should just say, hey, this is a Rage Select Community Podcast, thank you, and... No?
We interrupt this broadcast for a breaking news story.
Alright.
So, everyone remembers when the composer of Halo and Destiny, Martin O'Donnell, was unceremoniously fired from Bungie last year before the game came out. And
yes, I remember that.
What?
I don't remember that, but go ahead.
You don't remember that when, like, before the game came out, the composer, Marty O'Donnell, was just kind of fired from Bungie, and everyone was like, what the fuck? This is the dude who did all the music for Halo and Destiny, and...
No, I honestly don't remember that. I mean, it was a year ago, dude. There's been a lot of news.
I know what you're talking about, yeah, because there was that weird story, and there was, like, a lawsuit or something.
Yeah. Well, go fuck yourself, Ryan.
Damn! I'm kidding.
Well, we didn't really know what happened, but in the court documents that have come out and the lawsuits that were filed afterwards, now we know what happened. So, over the 2 years, O'Donnell was working on the symphonic and choral suite in 8 parts for Destiny, collaborating with Paul. I'm taking this from Kotaku because they're reporting on it. Collaborating with Paul McCartney of the Beatles fame, in the process working on a music he called "Music of the Spheres," recorded in early 2013. It says O'Donnell considers this one of the high points of his career. So imagine his disappointment when shortly in E3 2013, when Bungie was preparing a trailer for Destiny featuring O'Donnell's music, Activision stepped in and took over trailer creation, supplying their own music instead.
Oh.
O'Donnell was, quote, furious. He believed Activision had overstepped his role by taking the creative control of the trailer. Bungie CEO Harold Ryan and the rest of the management agreed and filed a complaint with Activision, but the publisher overruled it. The audio director's frustrations were compounded by the fact that his desire to see Music of the Spheres produced in its entirety as a separate audio release, and the a prospect that neither Bungie or Activision seemed keen on. O'Donnell responded to the Activision scored trailer by tweeting during the E3 Games presentation that the music was not Bungie's, threatening fellow employees in an attempt to keep the trailer from being posted online, and interrupted press briefings. O'Donnell believed that the Bungie spirit was being compromised by Activision, but the management saw his actions as disruptive and harmful. O'Donnell was given a poor employee review in the fall of 2013. In lieu of his next review in February 2014, Bungie drafted a termination agreement. Under the proposed agreement, O'Donnell would continue working on Destiny until the work was complete as of July 31st, 2014, but O'Donnell considered the deadline unrealistic given that sound design would not be completed until the game was basically done later that year. Feeling that some of the clauses in the agreement, including one that would see him forfeit his entire stock ownership and give up his rights as a company shareholder.
Are you serious?
O'Donnell declined the proposal but agreed to continue working. Early April, the audio work was piling up. Members of O'Donnell's team were complaining that management that his presence was frustrating completion of the work, and he wasn't contributing as much as was expected, and the Bungie board of directors terminated O'Donnell's employee agreement without cause on April 11th. Since then, 2 lawsuits have been filed, one by O'Donnell against CEO Harold Ryan over unpaid benefits, which was resolved in July, and a suit against Bungie itself over a forced forfeiture of his company's stock upon his termination. Earlier this week, the arbitrator of the second suit determined that Bungie had violated its contract by forcing O'Donnell to surrender his stock and forego participation in the company's profit-sharing plan upon his termination. He'll be receiving 192,187.5 shares of the vested Bungie common stock and payments of the profit share plan, the first of which was little over $140,000. So
now,
Activision kind of fucked with him. He was like, what the fuck? And he kind of pouted about it, was still doing the work, but wasn't doing a great job, so Bungie fired him and pretty illegally made him give up his stock rights in the company.
As if I had no more reason to not like Bungie. This gives me another.
Yeah. So it seems like Activision partnering them wasn't. They kind of fucked everything.
Yeah, it seems that way. Couldn't he have sued them alone with... Because you said that they fired him with no cause, right? So... Isn't that, also illegal?
He filed 2 lawsuits, and he won both of them.
Good, yeah. Isn't that the thing where it's like, if no one gives you a reason why you were fired, that you could sue them on just those grounds as well?
Yep.
Okay. No, just
that also depends on your state as well, and your contract. Because, let's say you were in Florida. Florida is a right-to-work state, so you can pretty much get fired just because.
Oh, that sucks.
If you don't have a contract.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's called.
So it's like I need a contract for my contracts for my contracts.
Yeah, it's more like especially this is more politics, but a lot of southern states have these right to work laws because we don't believe in unions, but fuck our employees. So people are everybody likes to shit on unions, but you kind of get fucked without them, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, it seems that
Activision were dicks.
Yeah, and Bungie had to go along with it because they traded in Microsoft for the devil.
Yeah, it's God. Out of it's who's worse? Is it EA, Activision, or Konami? It's kind of becoming a race between them all.
And Ubisoft is saying, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, thank God, he's off us for once." It's shit. The worst we did was not make a fucking female character and make a shitty game. But hey,
and release a game that was not finished.
Yeah,
and not make Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah. You see, now I'm thinking. Now I'm imagining it's one of those announcer guys who's "And here comes Konami firing Kojima, and here comes EA."
And you just
around the corner.
And then you just see CD Projekt Red just saying, "Come over here, baby."
Yeah.
6 million units, bitch!
CD Projekt Red was like, "Oh my god, we wait, how much money?"
Yeah. Oh no, they're like, God, why are they fucking up? This is just so easy.
Like, we just treat you guys with respect and give you guys good games.
Yeah, is that really that hard?
And we just say, "Hey, we appreciate you guys," and we're just like, "Well, thank you." Like, I don't, Ubisoft, I'm leaving you. You haven't treated me right for years. I found somebody better.
Yeah. And in dead last is CD Projekt Red with a pile of money and gold.
And it appears CD Projekt Red has dropped out of their race entirely because they're gonna say, they quote say, "Fuck bitches, get money."
Make money, money, money.
All right. Yeah, now you can end the podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, with the whole make money, 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 make money thing,
And Metal Gear Solid 5 is awesome so far.
yes, we will bid you adieu, and thank you for listening, and hope you enjoy this podcast.
Enjoy your burrito.
Yes, enjoy your equivalency of a Big Mac.
Talking about copyright infringement.
Yeah, I'm Ryan Graff, and with me today has been Charles Armstrong and Fernando Rodriguez.
Sponsored by Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Is
either
that illegal?
like, what's the second one? Like, there's always two that ever.
Squarespace.com.
Or stamps.com.
Yeah.
Or Squarespace.
And Squarespace.
Yeah, it's like those are the three.
4.
All right, see ya.